So it's confession time for you all. I crashed Stitch West Spring. Hi, my name is Kay, and this is my Cave of Possibilities. I have yarny, knitty stuff, all the fun stuff back here to the left of me. And there's all sorts of cross-stitch fun stuff over there to the right of me. And here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Princess has taken herself off for the moment. I'm sure she'll be back any minute now. And yeah, so I crashed Stitch West Spring. I had wanted to go to the thing, but my funds were a little committed to the Norwegian cruise, so I didn't sign up. Then the cruise was canceled, and I was looking to get back into the retreat swing of things. Anyway, so a couple of my friends that I don't see very often were going to be at Stitch West, and I thought I'd just swing by for a couple hours, visit them, check out what the vendors had on offer. And you know, Ogden is only about an hour and a half north, not too far away, worth the drive to see my friends for a couple hours. Yeah, I stayed for 7. Managed to squeeze a full weekend of retreat into 7 hours. My poor credit card was crying for mercy. Stashquisition first, I guess. I don't usually show the stashquisitions, but the credit card was crying, so we'll just start there. I started, well, everyone told me that Shepherd's Bush was absolutely swamped, and so I didn't even walk across the street to see what they had. But a couple of the vendors at Stitch West had a few things, and from Michelle, she does, I think she's the Cherry Hill Quilts. She was invited to come and do quilt stuff and fat quarters and a little of this and a little of that. Very fun, very fun. Anyway, she had the My Stuff pattern, and so I think I will put that together and have that into probably a pincushion and not necessarily a do it on the bag. Not my thing. All right. Try to decide where to put everything so it will still kind of be organized. Also, the Amazon delivery guy just drove up. So now Amazon delivery guy can see through the window, me talking to the camera. It's just perfect. All right, then down the road, another couple of stalls. I forget her name. Oh my gosh, I can see her face. She is the loveliest lady. She does bags. Boulder Valley? Oh my gosh. This is true. If it's not written down, it doesn't exist. Anyway, she had a couple of the platitudes that I wanted, and from Shepherd's Bush, the Love Each Other, which I really lot, and then Tiny Modernist, Peace, Love, and Cross Stitch. Now, I think this one is an excellent companion piece to the Stitch West fall last year, 2025, what they put out. So look for that to be released probably sometime this fall after it's been a year since the last retreat. So those are the patterns I picked up. And then I was just on a fabric kick. And well, let's be honest, I'm almost always on a fabric kit. So I bought a lot of fabric. Here's Princess. She's come to be in the way. Okay, the second fabric group that I purchased from is Those Missing Stitches, and she does have a Flosstube, although she hasn't done a show in a while. But you should go over there and maybe subscribe and just wait and see until she pops up again. I enjoy watching her. And so from Those Missing Stitches, I picked up a beautiful neutral. This is Ambitious Amy. All right, just going to drop it on the floor since it's in plastic, and I'm trying hard not to crinkle the plastic very much. And then a lovely bluey blue. This is Elusive Eloise. And I sent you the Bridgerton theme. Lovely. And then the last one I picked up from Those Missing Stitches is Dutiful Daphne. Yep, purple. Now, the purple should surprise absolutely none of you. So those are these three. Let's get Princess to move. Beautiful, beautiful fabrics. And then as I was going along, I came across millennial fabrics. And from them I picked up, let's see, this is oat milk. Oh gee, it's another neutral. Kind of tanny, kind of brown. Have we seen something like that before? I don't know. The next one I picked up, this is Electric Tide. Gorgeous, lovely, soft blue. Have we seen something like this before? I don't think so. Wonderful. And then the last one, Grape Fizz. And so, Grape Fizz, it's got to be purple. I don't think I've seen, we didn't buy a purple fabric already, did we? Absolutely not. So there is that. Love those fabrics. Really excited for them. We're not done yet. My credit card hasn't stopped screaming yet. So, and then the last little bit I picked up from Val over at Live and Die LA. And let's see, this is Blank Canvas. Another neutral. I'm on the neutral kick because I was looking for something to put neutrals on. Well, looking at a neutral to put a project on. And it took me forever to find the neutral that I eventually did end up putting it on. Are you being helpful? Okay, that's what I thought. A neutral. I needed more. I bought another one. Certainly didn't buy 2 neutrals just a minute ago, did I? Not at all. And then the French Vanilla Mistake, which is a little bit lighter, kind of a creamy color. Don't know why. 4 neutrals. Let's see. And then I got a piece of Ice Out in the mail when she offered it the first time around, and then she had a couple of pieces in her bins, and I really liked the Ice Out, so I bought another piece of it. Blue. Have I bought any blue in the past couple minutes? I don't think so. Blue, and then, are we surprised? A purple. This is Wakanda Forever. Very nice. I have an idea of what I want to put on this. So that is that. And then also from Valerie, I picked up Galactus. I think this was one of her closeout colors, where she keeps the bin of like the leftovers, the onesie twosies, and stuff like this. And so it has my favorite colors in there, the purples and the blues and the pinky pinks. So that got to come home with me as well. And then near the end of the presentation, I wandered over into Paisley and Polka Dots was vending as well. And I was really pleased to find that they had some finished things. I don't want to buy unfinished wood and finish it myself. Painting is not at all what I have to do. Hang on. Princess has got her tail in the power cord, so let's untangle the tail. Very good. Anyway, so I picked up this little thing for something. I have a couple ideas, but I'm not entirely sure what I do want to put on it. I have thoughts. We have thoughts. All right, you're on this. Can I have it, please? Thank you. All right, and then I bought this one that is slightly bigger, also finished. The easel is partially attached, so really pleased with this. I have no idea. I have thoughts. I have thoughts. Or vibes. I don't know. Whatever. So this lovely piece of thing. And it was nice to just buy it and bring it home. I am in favor of buying it and bringing it home. And Princess has found the pile of bags, and she is a plastic bag kitty, so I expect she'll be rubbing her head and kneading in the plastic bags here for a minute. Okay, so that's everything I bought, and yes, I went crazy, and I'm sorry, not sorry. Let's see. So that brings us to the beginning when I walked into the ballroom, and of course the big sign, the Summer House Stitchworks signs lit over here, and it's so bright and I can't really see, so I had to text Sarah of our Stitchy Kingdom. So I text her and I'm like, stand up, where are you? So she stood up and waved at me, and aha, there, I knew where I needed to go. I walked over to their table, sat down, introduced myself, sort of, to the ladies who were there. Sarah had an extra table gift, 3D printed little, either you put your snacks in it or your orts in it. And so this is really fun. Her husband printed a whole bunch of these. I'm just impressed with what 3D printers can do and the patterns you can find for them. I guess programs is more the right word than patterns. I'm not entirely sure, but okay, so that's been drop kicked across the room, and Princess is now very interested in it. And yeah, what was I saying? 3D printing, amazing. I kind of want one, but I don't know that I have enough projects to make it worth my while, unless we start printing random stuff for everybody at all the retreats that I go to. Maybe. So I squoze into the table, so Sarah was at my right, and we're just going to go around the table counterclockwise. Next to Sarah was Holly. And Holly is a Northern Utah local. I've been at Stitch retreats for her. She's an absolute delight. And she brought some little snarky, slightly subversive stickers. And this was my favorite, and so it's the one that came home. My tummy hurts, and I'm mad at the government. Yep. So let's see, and then Holly, and then next to Holly was Sarah's mom, Carrie, who is also a delight, and I always enjoy sharing a table with her. She was working on some cute little owls. When I first arrived, I sat in her chair since she was away, and so she gave me a bad time and about not finishing off the owls for her. All right. Next on our tour de table is Kristen, who I believe is another Northern Utah stitcher. She is great friends with Kate and an occasional guest on Kate's Flosstube. So it's Kristen and Kate. And Kate you'll know from Kate Be Stitching. Both women absolutely delightful. I enjoyed them so much. I mean, let's be honest, I enjoyed everybody's so much. Let's see, Kate was working on she was working on the Stitch West Fall project on teeny tiny fabric. I mean, it was teeny tiny and looked magnificent. Absolutely, really good. Kate was also working on, she was vending, had a little bit of a jewelry business that she was vending. Show your face, not your butt. Her vending looked to be going well, and I hope she really did well. Moving right around, not to be confused with Kate, we had Katie out from Washington State, I believe. When I showed everybody, I had to show them what I had bought every time I came back to the table. And so I showed the ice out fabric, and she was like, ooh, that looks really good. I said, yeah, there's one more piece of it in the 32 in Val's boxes, but it's an opalescent. And she just hopped right up and went over there and purchased the fabric. So good job me being a influencer. Yeah, enabler. That's the word. Whatever it was. Yeah, good job. Good job selling the stuff. Anyway, also fun ladies. Katie, and then Cindy. Cindy is a mighty fan of Oregon State. She was working on One Nation, which is the big mama jama that has the stars and then all the states in the order they joined the Union. It looked amazing. And she stitched the star for Oregon and orange. And when she got to Oregon, the state name, she was planning to do that in orange as well. I did tell you she was a fan. She was a delight to talk to. And finally, back around the table and to my left was Kylie from North Carolina. She had drawn up a cute little Stitch West pattern that she designed and had everybody at the table, including moi, stitch a little bit of it, and we managed to finish her project. And so when it was finished, they all decided that we needed to all go up to the front to ring the bell and show it off for the finishes. And then, oh my gosh, brain, let's go. We went to the front, we dinged the bell, we showed off our finish, had our photos taken, and we called it the smallest finish with the most stitchers. And so definitely should be a Guinness World Record right there. I did my best to circulate and chat with my friends. I visited with Mary, Cheryl, and Kathy. They were all at one table. They were having a new table start, counting puddles, hummingbird mandala. And so they showed me their starts, and everything was looking great. I had brought along with me my Celtic Christmas, and they oohed and awed appropriately over that. And I showed it to my table as well, because I knew Sarah and Holly would want to see it in person. So I brought that along and showed it. I didn't make it over to the table where Lonnie from my knit group was sitting. I really was interested to see what she's stitching on. I don't know what she just joined our knit group about 4 months ago, something like that. And she knits at knit group, whereas I've returned to cross stitching at knit group. So I'm not sure what her cross stitch style is. So I was curious to see what she was working on, just to get to know her a little bit better in the cross stitch space. I didn't make it over there. The best excuse I have is I'm easily distracted and sidetracked, and I got sidetracked. Sitting at the table just behind me was Joanne, the story stitcher. She's from Southern California. And Jill from Count On Linens. I understand that they are friends from what they said in their Flosstubes. I'll link them below. I'll do my best to link everybody below. Memory is a fickle thing, so who knows how that's going to go. I got to talk with Joanne. Once again, got sidetracked before chatting with Jill. Anyway, Joanne was working on a lovely full coverage design, the Santa and the reindeer that she had just shown in her previous Flosstube. And I don't think that I could manage to concentrate well enough on a full coverage piece at a retreat. And it just dawns on me that I left the little bit of stitching that I did that I wanted to show to you in the other room. So pause. Right. So after I talked to Joanne, they decided to take a picture of all the Flosstubers who were there, and since I was there, I photobombed the photo for the Flosstubers. Sarah and I ended up standing next to Dottie, stitching Scotty. She did not have her Scotties with her, no Winston, no Striker. They're salt and pepper, one's black, one's white. Scotties, and we chatted her after the photo shoot, and the ladies were dispersing back to their tables. While we were chatting, we mentioned that one of our table mates was from North Carolina, and oh my gosh, brain. So, well, Dottie was from Hills from South Carolina, but she knew a lot of North Caroliners. So she wandered over to our table, and it turns out that she and Kylie knew each other from the stitching community out there. Small world. Well, the stitching community, we are kind of small, and we do kind of end up knowing everybody. So that was a little fun, a coincidence. Good to meet her. Lovely person as well. All right, so I worked on Be Still from Primrose Cottage. Here is the pattern. There were a couple of the Primrose gals there, but I didn't get a chance to stop by and fangirl, so that's probably for the best for everybody, because I mean me going, oh my god, it's you, oh my god, it's you! Probably not for the best, but anyway, there we are. I was working on this, and since it was me, the 9th person around the table, I had my swig jug of well, it's the Spring Fling, if you must know. Diet Dr. Pepper. What's in there? Strawberry, vanilla, deliciousness, Spring Fling. 10/10, highly recommend. So my soda mug, and then my phone, and then the pattern just laid out like this is as big as my space. And then I had my floss just kind of sitting here on the spot where I wasn't trying to follow the pattern. And since I was going minimally, I borrowed Kylie's scissors over here to the left of me, and the little orts got deposited in Sarah's stitchy tray over here to the right of me. And I was apologetic. I said, I'm sorry, I'm just using your stuff because there's no room. It's my own fault. I should show you the thing, right? I should show you. All right, so here we go. Here is where I'm getting at with Be Still. Know that I am God. I did a lot of the borders. Definitely this one and this one. I did the A and the M and the S. Didn't get much done because I was too busy shopping and chatting. I like people. I like people a lot. I think people are very interesting, and I like to know what they're doing and what's going on in their lives. I just kind of like it. I think that's probably why I love Flosstube, is because I just like knowing what people are doing, especially nice people. And lots of us stitchers, we're just nice people. Are you having a good purr? If you can hear the purring, the princess is right here having a purr fest. Okay. Sarah was stitching on her Easter fairy, and she got a finish done. Woo! She got to go up and ring the bell. And then I said, can I borrow that pattern for when I'm done with Miss Valentine? And she just stuffed everything into the bag, said, here you go, here's the working copy. So I have this on loan to do the Easter fairy. So I'm kind of excited about that. I'm going to do that. And so that was me. Crashing Stitch West. 10-10 would do again. 0 of 10 do not recommend. Do as I say, not as I do. Couple of things. I'm looking forward to Stitch West Fall. They announced that Emily Call will be the designer, and they're doing a Christmas theme. I do love me some Christmas, and so if I can find it, I'll throw the sign-up link in the description box, and I think so. Along with all the lovely people I got to talk to. One last thing, the wonderful Miss Brooke is having a one-day stitchy retreat here on the 13th of June with a theme of, stars and stripes, patriotic, stuff like that. Now, you can have a great time as a one-day stitching retreat. See, I squished a whole weekends of retreat into one week, one day, 7 hours. You can do it too. Come to Brooke's party. It's going to be at the Courtyard by Marriott in Layton. It is east. It is off the Antelope Island exit. You go east from the exit. East is towards the mountains. I think it's once you get over the freeway, it's like the next street. Turn right, head south a little bit more, and it's right there. It's super easy to get to. So I'm going to go have a great time with my friends again. One day retreat on a Saturday, day before Flag Day, really kicking off the 4th of July season, right? 10-10, love a Stitch West. You guys should go if you can. 10-10, love a retreat. You guys should see if there's any in your neck of the woods. Valerie from Live and Die LA does throw retreats in Southern California. So if you're closer to Southern California, hit her webpage, Live and Die LA, DYE LA, and check out when hers is coming up. I think it's in September. I hope it's in September. Otherwise, I've just made something up. Whatever. Okay. Love you guys. One step forward, one step up. Stitch all the things. Hugs and stitches, everyone. Bye!